You cannot cheat an honest man. Somebody once told me that you cannot cheat an honest man. A man who is truly honest to himself and others. A man with a pure mind. No matter what trick you try to play on him, no matter what con you build up in front of his eyes, he will be able to see right through it. Because it is not a part of his world, not a part of his honest reality. A reality that does not take life for granted. A reality without wishful thinking in the sense of putting his or her trust in another one's arms. A reality that knows its own strength and its own validity, which does not depend on someone else's yes or no.
Think about it. You can look at any business, and if you want to know what shifts a business, what shifts your life, there's one force: decision making. Decision making is the force that shapes destiny, personal, corporate, business destiny. How many of you can think of decisions that you made years ago, 1 or 2 decisions, 5, 10, 15 years ago, that decision, you may not have realized it at the time, but that decision was one of the most important decisions of your life. If you'd made a different decision there, you've gone a different direction, your life would be completely different today. Who can relate to this in your life? Say I. The secret then is getting darn good at making more effective decisions. Now, by the way, are we always going to make the right decision? Yes or no? Absolutely not. No way in a million years. But most people don't have the guts to make the tough decisions because they want to make the right decision, so they make no decision. And that's a decision.
Don't get me wrong, we are humans and we can only live happily when we live together in a community or in a partnership and not in solitude. But that does not mean that you depend on someone else's opinion or give over the power over your life to someone or something else. Whether it be a person or a form of government, you are a leader. Every human being is a leader. We are the leaders of our own fate, and somebody truly honest knows true life. Only he can truly enjoy the reality he creates. Only he can enjoy honest love, and therefore no one can save you but you. You can cheat everyone else if you want. Your boss, your teacher, your spouse, your parents. But in the end, you only cheat yourself, and you are the fool. That is why I tell you, live an honest life, a proud life, a life of a tiger. A tiger takes responsibility for each of his actions. And that is why we humans admire and fear them at the same time, because they have an unwavering will, an unheard of bravery, and a beautiful, graceful, and strong way of carrying themselves. A tiger will never experience shame because it lives honest and truthful to its being. A tiger is always a tiger, even when it does not know it is being watched. But how do you behave when somebody is watching? Are you being truly honest to yourself, to the idea of yourself that you keep in your heart and mind? When you are under peer pressure, or when you are with your family or with your boss? Or how do you behave when no one is watching? If you live an honest life, you don't need to impress because you are always the ideal, your ideal. Nobody should tell you what that should look like, for it varies from person to person, and everybody is different and has a different outlook on life. That is why we can never judge. That is why we should not give the power over taking decisions for ourselves to anyone else but ourselves. Maybe take every new start to life, with which I mean every time you wake up, every time you are reborn, to contemplate and meditate about if you are someone that you yourself can respect, Every new day is a new beginning, a new chance to live life maybe a little bit better than the day before, a chance to be a little bit kinder to the people around you, a chance to make better use of yourself in trying to help somebody who is struggling. For we are all struggling in one way or another. We are all passengers on the same ship, a ship with an unknown harbor, because nobody knows what happens in the end. We all experience the same kind of fear. Like children, we don't know what is going to happen to us. But there is something inside and around of us that can guide us, some mysterious power that can take us on a beautiful journey through storms, sunshine, and rain. Something that we all have inside, something that we cannot see but only feel, something that tells us what is wrong and what is right, something that can teach us to be honest with others, and more importantly, with ourselves. The fooled one always knows that something is wrong, always feels it deep inside, but is too afraid to open his mind, to look life straight in the eye and say, "Hey, I am the captain of this ship, and I can see the storm right in front of me." So I decide to change course. I decide to sail in another direction, so the storm cannot harm me in any way. So listen to it and meditate every morning or evening, or whenever you have your peace of mind or time to get away from life. We all can find at least 10 minutes a day to recollect and set our feelings again according to our inner clock, our inner dream. Because the more you truly and consciously dream, the less you will be asleep. Only that way you can experience the true meaning of life. Only that way you can wake up.